All right, Ms. Sharma. So, how was the journey?
The journey was absolutely fantastic, and it hasn't still ended. I think it's still day one, even for e-commerce, even for us. And every day brings with itself a new sets of opportunities, and yes, then the solutions. So I just love being part of this journey.
All right. Well, you being a part and parcel of the e-commerce and e-retail, do you think it is really sustainable with all what is happening right now?
I think as I just pointed out to you, that it's too early to predict what's going to happen. I think the fastest changing industry is what is e-commerce today, right? But having said that, I think e-commerce by design was meant to provide service and convenience to the customer, and it was good that it was also able to leverage all these features and all this traffic to get some price advantage as well. I think those will continue to be the standard mottos behind e-commerce. There will be short-term moves where there's a customer acquisition spree, there is a huge marketing spree to get a lot of branding, to get a lot of communication out. But once things stabilize a few years maybe down the line, that is where people will start recognizing e-commerce for the crude features that it exists for.
All right. What's your USP and how are you surviving in this market where we have every other startup being in the e-retail space?
See, for us, we have taken a slightly different stand. So instead of aspiring to be the only e-commerce portal in India, our aspiration was to build this inclusive e-commerce ecosystem where any merchant or to that extent any rural artisan who is creating a product in rural India is able to sell in the digital world. So going by that philosophy, Infibeam.com started as a retail entity, but today it is also backed by Build a Bazaar, and Build a Bazaar happens to be our platform solution, which is an answer to a lot of merchants' queries and retailers' aspirations in the online world. So we want to create an ecosystem of e-commerce rather than just a single portal. And to support that ecosystem, whatever back-end modules and functions are required, we have created a kitty, a bouquet of those, and we are offering it as a package. Sustainability definitely comes in because once you create this value and your client who is a business or a merchant or a retailer or a brand, once they realize that there is value in the offering you bring to the table, sustenance happens.
All right. Where do you think your organization would fit into the Digital India and Make in India campaign?
So I'll be proud to share that we have an MOU already with the CSC, which is one of the Ministry of Information and Technologies initiatives. So what we are trying to do in that is we are trying to create a platform using Build a Bazaar where rural partisans can seamlessly upload their catalog and start fulfilling. We are backing it up with our own logistics and supply chain and warehousing facilities. So they would consider this as a digital distribution ecosystem for the small products that they are carrying. So imagine a plight of a guy who creates a product for 50 rupees, he is able to sell it for 100 rupees, and thereafter in the market he sees on the online shopping sites, probably there is a brand who labels it, white labels it and sells it at a premium of 100%, right, or maybe 500%. So this guy will cut out all the middlemen and then start selling all by himself and be a part of the Digital India movement. I think that is where the real Digital India will happen. Today it is very confined to the metros and the cities and the towns where e-commerce is happening. That is the time where this small rural guy would start using the digital infrastructure that is being set. That is when India goes digital.
Right. Your association with this event, what would be the takeaways for the delegates and for yourself?
I think it was a very interesting discussion, and the best was that the panel was a mix of different kinds of people, different industries. They come with different sets of experience, right? Hence it was ideas getting mixed from all overs, but the consistent line stayed, which was that if you have conviction and passion and if you enjoy doing what you are, that's what makes you a successful entrepreneur, right? So I think it was very well laid out and it was very well selected, and I think more opportunities like this would also help the startups who were the audience to learn that, you know what, it is not just the fancy part or the glamorized part of the startup ecosystem which they should know about. There is also these other issues which you would face and you would have to fight against to actually come on this side of the panel.
Right. Now, you being on the other side of the river, what would be the do's and don'ts for people who have just jumped and started swimming?
Okay, so if you ask me, the 3 do's: be resourceful, so be very well networked, and practice your sales pitches. Howsoever good you are, you've created a product which only you know, and howsoever interesting you think this is, it is only as good as it is presented, right? So practice your sales pitches, be really networked, and be resourceful. I think those are the 3 do's. Now if you ask don't just concentrate on the product alone. Sales and marketing is an essential part of it. It is really essential. Don't give up too early in the race, and don't just compare yourself to a different product and set out on a goal. Have a clear motivation, have a clear vision of what you are going to stand for tomorrow, and stand.